So this is my SPIGEN impression for my iPhone. Happens to be a 16 Pro, and this one is the Ultra Hybrid T by SPIGEN, and it has very interesting stuff. Some other stuff that I guess they've been doing it for so long, they're not gonna change. But that's kind of like the casings. Got a good deal on Amazon. That's why the box all came to the beginning. Anyway, this is how it looks. And the reason why I'm really making this video is because nobody had shown it in this particular titanium color. So I've seen them in gold and maybe white, but this mauve color with the titanium, which is the phone that I got, right? I really like it. It's not over the top and it's pretty settled, but that matte, that flat back, yeah, I love it. It's slippery. It's very slippery compared to some of the other ones that I've seen with flat black, the flat matte back, or whatever you want to call that. Anyway, there's goods and bads, but in reality, I got some stuff to say about it. For instance, there's not enough lip when you're using a screen protector. You're just right there. It's very settled. There is something, but not really as high as I'm used to with Rinky. Rinky is what I usually get. They're early in the game, and they usually pull things out pretty fast, quick and inexpensive. Anyway, so what SPIGEN did, they put like some little lips up in here, and they made a few of them back here. So the wobbling is probably not as terrible as some other cases. What else I got here? Yeah, the curvature and the material surrounding the phone, it's not as slippery as the one as Rinky. And this Rinky one is very flat on the sides. So when you're holding the phone and trying to do something else, they tend to slip off your fingers. And they're so uncomfortable because they have like flat sides and the edges are, yeah, this happens to have like a more rounded, and the material is more grippy. But it's, for some reason, it's more comfortable to hold this phone with this case than what it is with the Rinky. What else we got here that I wanted to talk about? Oh, yeah, I got a screen protector, and about that, it is made by Rinky. And what they did this year, Rinky, they got a lined up product and lined up perfect. That's cool and all. But what they did, they added an additional protection so the top of the glass doesn't go flat all the way across. It does have a little lip, and that little lip protects the speaker grill from lint, I guess, or whatever. But it has like a protrusion across the speaker grill. And when you use the Rinky case, the cutout is symmetrically. I mean, it's designed for it. Where on the SPIGEN, the cutout is a little bit not as long, so I feel like it's pushing it outside. It might be me, but it might be pushing it outside a little bit because, it's just pushing it out because it doesn't have the proper cutout. Anyway, one other thing that I would like to see on this cases, and this is pretty much across the board manufacturers, just 3 buttons, which is the volume up and down and that other action button. They're so close to each other that whenever you need to take a screenshot, at least through the method of pressing 2 buttons at the same time, this thing is on the way. The action button. I wish they shaved that lower or even remove it. I wouldn't care. So you don't confuse yourself and redo the whole process, whatever. So that's the problem that I think could be corrected. What else we got? Oh, yeah. Now the action button. The camera control button, right? The camera control, whatever. It is almost flush. It's a little bit. It's inside of. It's not really flush, but it's almost. I wish they added some sort of texture around here, around that lip, because sometimes you hold your phone, you're in the middle of watching some whatever content, and if you don't know where your hand is landing and you just tap, press just a little bit, it yeah, it just removes the content that you're watching and brings up the camera, which is cool, but you know, you just need to learn where to grab it. And if you were to have more texture around here, then you'll be able to hold the phone firmly on an angle that, you know, it was not. It's just kind of like in the way where you were to have like a hole, like this thing that they're just making them with holes. Yeah, you got the idea. You'll be able to know where you're pressing and where not. You know, other than that, I think for $26 compared to whatever Apple has and Beats, yeah, I think it's you know, it's a non-issue. It's, you know, a better deal because, you know, it's not shiny. It's not fingerprint magnet. The curvature in this ones and the material, I don't know. I didn't really want. I'm not really touching Apple Store casing, but anyway. So this is what I can summarize it all. I mean, it looks great, and you know, you guys don't have to live with that. Anyway, hope this helps anybody out there. All right, peace.